Tyson, just tell us about the second half. You were able to pull away from North Alabama. What adjustments did you make that helped you in the second half?
Coach really got on to us at halftime about our effort, our energy, and our enthusiasm coming out to play. So the second half, we came out to make it a point to be more aggressive, pick our defense up, cut harder, and just really try to beat them and try to get away from them. We didn't want the game to come down to a last-second shot or 5-point game. We wanted to really get away from them, and I feel like we came out with the right mindset, and that's what we did.
What adjustments? Go ahead.
Tyson, was there a hangover maybe after the first half coming off the second game of a back-to-back that you guys picked up the pace a little more in the second half?
No, I don't think it was so much of a hangover. I think, Colton Cashaw had to step in for Elijah, so we had another person running the offense. I feel like we got used to playing with each other, got used to getting to spots, and I didn't feel like it was so much of a hangover. I feel like we wasn't as focused as we should have been, and they came out hard, ready to play. They came off a loss, and they have nothing to lose, and we have everything to lose. So, we had to come out in the second half and be more aggressive and try to put them away and not give them any hope.
Tyson, how fired up are you for the next 3 games you have in Orlando?
Man, I'm very excited. I can't wait to get some rest, go watch some film, figure out more about this Alabama team we're going to play, and going into these games is really big. We're 5-0 right now, and a win on Thursday will be big, and then a win Friday and Saturday will be even bigger. So I feel like as a team, we're ready. As a coaching staff, they're going to get us prepared, and I feel like this is a great opportunity, and I feel like the team and myself is ready for it.
Tyson, maybe just tell us about in the second half. You had a 3-point shot to make it 62-45, and then you drove down the lane, made the layup, and then you got a foul for another 3-point play. How did that sequence feel to you?
It felt good. I don't feel like I had really got going, and I feel like just to see that 3 fall, coach had been getting on me about moving without the ball, so I finally drew my man, and I just slid to the corner, and just seeing exactly what coach said, me moving without the ball, being able to get shots, and just seeing what he said translate to the game, and me making a shot and then coming down, it kind of got me going. So it felt really good to just see all the work that we're putting in, showing on the court.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Tyson. Tyson, just one other thing. You had that moment where you got that rebound, you pulled it out of the North Alabama guy, and you did a little dance for the sideline.
Yeah.
How was that moment for you?
Oh, it was good. It was fun. We was trying to bring positive energy to the team, keep everybody's spirits alive. And the bench was live. They was having a great time. So I looked over there and tried to have a little fun with them.
Good. I wanted you to comment on it. I thought you'd like that moment.
Yes, sir. Loved it.
All right. All good with Tyson.
Thank you.
Nelly here too. Thanks.
Thank y'all.
Questions for Nelly?
Nelly, first off, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, sir.
Talk to me about the offense overall today. Again, without Elijah, that's a big missing piece. It seemed like you guys were trying to feel your way a little bit in the first half, found more of a rhythm in the second half. What changed?
So, in the first half, we're not moving the ball like we used to do. So that's just the difference for everything. Some guys just holding the ball and stuff. So we're trying to move. Coach always tell us to move the ball to find an open man. I think that's just the problem if I start.
And Nelly had a back-to-back that got you to 52-38, a layup, and then another 2-pointer. What were you thinking that part of the game to kind of build the offense and also hold North Alabama on defense?
I didn't get the question, sir.
When you had the 4 points in a row to make it 52-38, you had a layup and then another 2-pointer. What were you thinking at that point about on offense?
On offense, we were just thinking of to move the ball, play together and make easy layup and shoot a wide open 3. That's what we're worried about. Don't worry about any other team.
Very good. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Nelly. Last season, you had a couple of back-to-back games because of the COVID season. You think that was helpful this year, now that you have to play back-to-back games in tournaments?
Yeah, I think it's really helpful. It's going to get us ready because we already used to playing back-to-back game during the COVID. So I think it's going to be helpful for us to play back-to-back game next week.
Thanks.
Nelly, does this build your confidence and the team's confidence, be able to win? You're at 5-0 and to be able to pull away from a good team in a game like this?
Yeah, I think it really built our confidence against our next game, Alabama. I think we have everything to lose right now, so we have more confidence to play against Alabama. So I think we're going to be ready for that.
Anything else for Nelly? And we'll get in here.
Well, it was a successful tournament for the MAC. Really, really impressed with Manhattan College and the way they played. Happy for my ex-player and coach and ex-player Scott Padgett and Stevie Mass. Manhattan looked awesome. And we played a much better second half, had a good tournament. The great thing about being 5-0, if I could just be objective, is we're nowhere near our potential. And anytime you have 8 new players, Tyson Jolly, and then we had to play without Joyner tonight. Obviously, Quinn Selinsky is new. Anytime you have new players that play major minutes, it just takes a little bit of time. We're getting better. We're taking baby steps to get better, much better offensively tonight. And the one common denominator that's been consistent is the way we defend the 3. This is a team that makes 9 threes per game, and tonight they were 2 for 16. So that's good defense, doing a nice job in that area almost every game.
Coach, I was just curious about Elijah. I wasn't able to listen to the beginning of the game. The decision to not play him tonight, was it more of a maintenance thing, or is it something maybe you're considering?
Well, he hyperextended his knee, and it swelled up a little bit, and then we got the swelling down, but it was sore. And I actually, could he have played? Probably not. If this was Alabama next week, he probably couldn't have played. So he's going to take a few days. See, we're going to get him an MRI just to be on the safe side. I think it was a good thing because if anybody rolls his ankle, you got to see what you have. And Colton's worked very, very hard to get some minutes, and it was good for him and good for Walter as well.
Coach, did you feel like your shooting was better in the second half and that helped, or was it defense that got you to be able to pull away in the second half tonight?
I think the reason we're not a better shooting team is our passing is not great. Like tonight, Dylan must have missed 2 dunks and 5, probably all told about 6 layups in the game. And that's what made our shooting percentage. We missed a lot of layups. We shot the ball well. The more we pass the ball, the better shooting team we will be. But Quinn Selinsky is growing. Certainly Tyson Jolly is growing, getting better. Walter hasn't played a great game yet, but he's improving every day in practice. So I see a lot of improvement. The only guy we got to get going right now who's not playing particularly well is Ryan Myers. We got to get him going.
Rick, was there a hangover do you feel in the first half coming off the second game of a back-to-back to where you picked the pace up a little bit after halftime?
No, I don't. Listen, we're by no means a great basketball team. And last night, Manhattan was life and death to beat this team. I think they wound up winning at the end by 5 points. This team played Liberty in the finals last year, so it's a good basketball team. We're not a world beater by any stretch of the imagination. So, no, I don't think it was a hangover. I think that they played extremely well in the first half. We did not. Nelly didn't play well in the first half, and Nelly picked it up in the second half along with Quinn and the other guys and played much better. And Barrick picked up his game with 9 rebounds. We rebounded the ball very well. We out-rebounded them 43-34. But look, when you hold a team to 2 3-point shots and a big 3-point shooting team, we didn't give them a look the entire night. We had 16 assists. They had 7. We turned it over a little bit too much, but that was toward the end of the game. You played with an 8-man rotation today. How encouraging is that moving forward, playing with
with a shorter rotation as conference season heats up, you might have to trim the rotation a little bit?
I think we're legitimately nine deep. I think we can go 10 with some of the freshmen, especially with Walter. Walter's ready to play, at least at the offensive end he is. So we've got 9 or 10 guys that we can count on. It just depends on matchups. Like we'd love to get Trey James some playing time. It's just that all the centers he plays that he would have to play against, it's a difficult matchup for him right now. I think as we get into some more physical play and some more physical centers, he'll be able to do it.
And one more from me. Through 5 games, this team's been able to win in different ways each time. How much is that valuable early in the year with new personnel, just finding ways to be almost like a chameleon of sorts?
Well, the good thing is we can play at a slow pace. We can play at a fast pace. And some teams can't do both. We can. But I think as I really mean this, I don't think, and nor should it be, it's very early in the season. We are not even 50% of our potential. And I say that because of we just don't really understand how to play yet together. And once we learned that in the second half, we made a lot of good passes, a lot of good movement. Once we learn that and we start clicking, we'll become a much better basketball team. But at the defensive end, we've been pretty consistent in taking away certain things. Tonight, we rebounded the ball very well. And I liked what I saw. We held them to 7 assists, which is a good thing as well.
Thanks, Rick.
Rick, I talked to you 4 days ago about the low 3-point percentage. And then tonight you go 9 for 14, 64%. How about that?
Again, I think it's the passing. I think when you pass the basketball, we've got guys, look, we're not a great shooting team. I think we're an average shooting team. I think we can become average to good shooting team if we pass the ball well and take good shots. Look, Quinn's a good shooter. Dylan can shoot the basketball. The only guy right now who's not shooting it real well is Ryan Myers because he's not moving without the basketball enough. He now has a reputation of a shooter, so they get after him. And what the next learning curve for him is to move without the basketball, keep on moving until he gets an open shot instead of being a stationed target. Something he has to learn.
Right. Just one other thing, Rick. First half, it was a close game. What was the locker room like at halftime?
You know, I just told them that, look, we have goals that we set. And I said, you have to learn from other people and other games. I said, right now, you look at Syracuse losing to Colgate, and you look at certainly Liberty getting blown out they were down like double 20, 24 points, 23 points, 22 points. I said, and obviously anybody on any given night, if you don't bring it defensively, you can lose. And I told them, I said, all you have to do is rebound the basketball and stop the 3, move the basketball in offense, you'll win this game. They're going to play hard. They're not going to give up. They're a good basketball team.
Thank you.
Coach, you were talking a little bit about the importance of stopping the 3-point shot on the opposition. What are some of the keys you talked to the team about on that?
Well, remember, you know, from the App State game to the Harvard game, we've taken the key scorers. We took the young man from Hofstra who was averaging 27 points, made him shoot a really, really poor percentage. Tonight, Blackman is their key guy. He was 1 for 7. He was 1 for 5 from 3. So we've been taking their key scorers out of every game. And that's something that's really special. And Barrick has a lot to do with it because he's a terrific, we put him on everybody's best player, and he's done a wonderful job. And tonight he did a wonderful job rebounding the ball as well.
Coach, just what will you work with the team on this week before playing Alabama? And how different or similar is this team from last year's Alabama team?
Well, Alabama is, you know, it's like some of my Louisville teams. You can change the parts, but you're still going to have a great team. It's their system of they're not going to take 2-point shots. They're going to get to the rim. They're going to get fouled. They're going to shoot threes. They're going to be very aggressive defensively. Last year, we played them real close, but then they got after Isaiah Ross, made it very difficult for us to score. Obviously, we have more weapons this year in scoring. So, but we know what they do. They're very gifted. They're a top 15 team in the nation. We know it'll be a tough game, but every game in that tournament is going to be tough. You know, every game, you know, that's a loaded basketball tournament. and we're going to get a chance to see it. We made this. That's one of the reasons why we made the first 5 games so difficult schedule wise, is to get ready for this classic.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, you mentioned at the end of last season that you were scheduling Alabama. Was that was this game coming up this week pre-planned, or was that something that kind of
No,
was
we didn't
finalized
schedule
after?
Alabama. We scheduled to go into the Disney Classic.
Got
The Classic, I guess it's ESPN. They thought, because I guess of last year's matchup, that this would be a good opening game, Alabama and Iona. So we did not schedule that. That's the scheduling's done by the tournament.
And I know there's not many players from last season on this season's roster, but do you get the sense that some of them are anxious or have, dare I use the word, revenge on their mind coming into this week?
No, I really don't. I tell them about revenge, that it's all about execution. I told them at halftime, you guys can blast the music and yell all you want. We can dance all we want. It's not going to make a hell of beans of how we play. It's going to come down to execution. And I said, every opponent's different. Defensively, you got to stop different things with every opponent. Sometimes you have to stop the low post. Sometimes you have to stop the 3. Sometimes you have to defend the pick and roll. And so we play everybody different. Certainly we had to play this. But the one thing we've been doing is we're taking away all the leading scorers, not necessarily shutting them down, but making them, if you take the best scorers of every team we played and look at their shooting percentage, it's probably under 30%.
One more question, guys. All right, I guess we're done.
Okay, guys, thank you.